While primarily I'm not one of those teachers of the gospel who focuses on money, I believe that if the kingdom does not understand how money works, then unbelievers would always have that upper hand over us in the world. So last week started by talking on savings. Let me quickly say this. If you are here and you started saving, and you made up your mind, I'm going to save, I'm going to save, I'm going to save. You've made up your mind. I'm going to ask you to please, especially if you're in Nigeria, open a domiciliary account. Open it with a bank that I know there are some banks where you can drop naira and tell them to save it for you in dollars. I believe that's a legit thing. Or you find a way to convert your money to dollars and save it as dollars. When you save naira as naira, you are going to lose so much due to inflation. The Nigerian currency currently is at a disadvantage of the whims and caprices of the international markets, bad decision making, corruption, and all forms of ills. So, anybody that has been looking at the dollar market will realize that the more the naira keeps sliding, the more your savings in naira put you at a disadvantage. Personally, there was a time I wanted to buy a car, and I saved consistently for a year and 8 months. In order to buy this car, I was trying to raise, I think, about 1.4 million. By the time I got to 1.4 million, the price of the car had gone to almost 4 million because I saw the car, I liked it, but I didn't have the money. I said, okay, I'll save towards it. I started saving, and then when the money was ready, the inflation had dealt me a blow. I remember that time I was saving with Mansard. I almost caused all of them because they told me that if I save with them, they are going to be putting interest. So that's why I was thinking that the interest would make up for the inflation and the shortfall. It didn't. The money wasn't enough to buy what I wanted. And so, if you're in Nigeria, you really want to develop a culture of saving, I'm going to ask you to please open a domiciliary account and save in dollars. You don't have to go about looking for binomial investment and all those investments where they're interested in is taking away your money. Don't do anything like that. That's foolishness, as in capital letter. And somebody wants to give you 40 to 90% in 3 hours. Please, if the person can do that, the person doesn't need investors. The person should just take 1 hour and double it in 3 hours, then double it in 3 hours. By the time you do 3 hours in one day, the person will have become the richest person in the world. It's just simple mathematics. If anybody tells you, oh, this is capital, 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 come and invest, it's absolute rubbish. Do not engage in such schemes. If you are ever save as dollars, you don't need to put your money in any scheme. Put it as dollars, save it there. You continue to gain everything. If the dollar goes to, if Naira goes to 100 Naira, fine. If it goes to, matter where it goes to, dollars is more stable and it is the same value here as it is there. Another advantage is if you want to travel abroad, because of the saving in dollars, it's easy. No, it's in fact. So please, no matter, save in dollars. Beg you, don't save in naira. A friend was telling me that a guy came to Nigeria from the US. He had $3,000. He converted the money to naira, put it in fixed deposits. After I think 2 years, a year, I'm not sure the duration, he will do his money from fixed deposits, converted it back to dollars, and he got $2,100. The same amount. So you can see the advantage of the dollar here. So it's best to save as dollars. You can open a domiciliary account with $100, with $50 even, or €50 or whatever. So do that.